So today, I'm going to share a little bit more about my journey and my 15 years of supporting high growth, what we call high impact entrepreneurs in emerging markets around the world. Endeavor created the term high impact entrepreneurship to define those entrepreneurs that would be very rare, but we the ones that really could scale, that were thinking big, had the biggest ideas, the biggest plans for growth, and actually could execute on those and create jobs and create the wealth creation effect and become the role models. But Endeavor's model is based on the idea that we will build local operations set up by the top local business leaders. We'll raise a few $1 million to support 5 years of operations up front, hire a local team. Today, Endeavor operates in 17 countries. We have 300 staff. Only 35 work in the U.S., in New York and San Francisco. The rest are all locals. And what we do is we then scour the countries for the best leaders. We support them, and then we have a process of having them give back. So the selection process, people go through a year-long process where entrepreneurs self-nominate or they get recommended by our network. They go through a screening process. They meet with people who grill them on their plans. They're often asked, well, wait a minute, you have 3 franchises today, and you say you want to have 30. Why not 300? Oftentimes, it's this idea of thinking big that Endeavor's playing that key role of making entrepreneurs believe it is possible. We then have a process of supporting entrepreneurs. We build advisory boards for all of them. We help them create shareholder agreements. If they need to fire their mother-in-law, we bring in MBAs to help them with a strategic plan, an expansion plan. We put them in touch with our network. We have an investor network where investors look at who Endeavor has selected, that it's not only about creating your company, it's serving as a role model and inspiring others. Crazy is a compliment. Almost every one of our companies, the entrepreneurs were told they were crazy. And that's because a friend of mine, Dan Eisenberg, a professor at Babson, is coming out with a book that talks about how entrepreneurs are by nature contrarians. So by definition, they're seeing opportunities where others don't. So everyone thinks they're crazy. Now, oftentimes they are crazy, and the idea was actually not a good one. But those that succeed saw something where no one else did. And the corollary to that crazy as a compliment is I always tell entrepreneurs, if you're not called crazy, you're probably not thinking big enough. Chaos is a catalyst. We've seen some of the best companies coming out of the Arab Spring, countries like Egypt and Jordan and Lebanon, where entrepreneurship was not so big after the Arab Spring. There's this massive upsurge. When economies turn down, entrepreneurs look up. Make it happen.